It's Tuale TV.
Welcome to Twale TV. Thank you. Welcome back to Twale TV Sports and Twale TV Entertainment, which is our sister channel. Well, this is for you Chelsea fans. There are so many Chelsea fans who have been over jubilating since yesterday night, having beaten Dortmund 2-0, and then we went through to the quarterfinals on the 2-1 aggregate. Well, I have a piece of advice for you. All you, these Chelsea fans gloating all over the social media platforms. Don't count your chickens yet, because you're not out of the woods yet. In fact, a friend of mine on Facebook, I saw him replying to another Chelsea fan saying, I told you we're going to win Champions League. I told you. And I felt like replying him, but the reply I would have given him would have been too insulting for a friend. Okay, so I kept that to myself. And you can't be saying you're going to win the Champions League. I haven't gone through this, catastrophical, disastrous, run. So anyway, whenever I talk about Chelsea's bad spell, my blood boils over, and I don't want to be doing that. Please, I need to check my health. Chelsea, please, don't do this to me again. You're going nowhere yet, fans. You only beat Dortmund 2-1 on aggregate. It doesn't mean you have achieved anything. You have to look at what we have done in the last few months. You have to look at our game for the last 10 or 12 games. We are nothing but rubbish. Okay? So because we were able to sum up the goals and the luck fell on our side and we won, doesn't mean we're out of the woods yet. I saw Graham Potter going like that, gearing up the fans. Of course, he has the right to do that. This is a man who has admitted he's suffering mental issues because of Chelsea's bad performance. So he has the right to feel joyous and be excited and all that. But, excuse me, we are not out of the woods yet. Okay? Even though I believe whoever gets to the quarterfinal of Champions League can win it. With a little bit of luck and momentum on your side, if you get to quarterfinal Champions League, you can win it. Anybody in the quarterfinals can win it. Okay? So we are in there now. Graham Potter should be proud. That's a good, development compared to the problem, that we've been facing. But it needs to replicate that spirit. The same spirit the players showed yesterday, bearing in mind, because it was in their mental psyche that if we don't win this game, we're out of the Champions League. So maybe that's the kind of drive it needs to cement into their minds. Say, listen, just go for it. Just do or die. Because, I can't see this aggressive, warrior kind of body language from Chelsea players. I don't see it. I saw it once when Mason Mount was brought on in a game, not too long ago. He was looking for fights, purposely going to barge people, and it's the kind of things you need to do when you're in this kind of problem. And Graham Potter, as much as I love the guy, because I've always said that I would love an Englishman at the helm of one of these top clubs. Okay, we have top clubs, and we've never had a successful Englishman, and we call this English Premier League. Excuse me. Okay, Eddie Howe is doing well at Newcastle, but Newcastle is just, trying to become one of the big boys. Newcastle have never been a big boy for a very long time, even though they have the best fans and the best. So, well, all that's got nothing to do with being a big boy. A big boy is Chelsea, Man U, Arsenal, Liverpool, because they are the one who have been consistent with winning the leagues regularly and dominating. So, for Chelsea to be part of that club, we want an Englishman in place. I love that. But there's no emotions in football. If Graham Potter can deliver, he has to go. I've said it, but it's the second win now. We beat Leeds. We were celebrating as if we've beaten Real Madrid 10-0 or 6-1. Okay, fair enough. The poor guy has to celebrate. He's looking for a win. And now we beat Dortmund. Let me tell you something. Mr. Potter, if you're listening, this is what we want from you. It doesn't matter. A win is a win. Whether it's 1-0 or 4-1 or 4-0, whether we pack the bus, whether we were rubbish but we still win, you have to keep winning. There's a good feel factor for, when players win, the mentality, the confidence, everything just changes. Go and ask Arsenal players, go and ask Man U players, because they have been winning consistently for the last dozen of games or so. So this is what Chelsea is missing. And because we've beaten Dortmund doesn't mean we should get carried away. All these fans on social media talking shite. Stop it. It's a game by a game. Let's wait to the next game. Let's see what happens. Let's see the attitude. Let's see the team spirit. Let's see the dedication. Let's see whether we can make use of this confidence that we've gained from these last 2 wins, whether we can take it to the 3rd game. Enough of Chelsea tonight. Anyway, on a more serious note, Man U, your 7-0 drubbing by Liverpool is not something that I think I should quickly forget or not mention, because a fan told me yesterday that he loved the fact that I was saying what really makes a top club lose 7-0. I haven't had such momentum that Man U have had in their last dozen games. He said he really loves that point, that that's what he was thinking about, that what could have gone wrong. That we were on top of our game, we were beating everybody. I mean, Manchester United, the guy was referring to, that they've been beating everybody. Why do they lose 7-0? Well, you have to go and look at the game, analyze it minute by minute, watch 90 minutes. And when I tried to do that, what I find shocking was that Man U played really well, in the first half. Should I say in the first half an hour? They were standing shoulder to shoulder with Liverpool. Everything was all right. Aggression and tactics, everything was the same, balanced. And then they conceded just on the stroke of halftime, which means Man U conceded 6 goals in the second half. So when I try to analyze, I can't watch the game again, Oliver, obviously. So when I try to imagine what could have gone wrong in 45 minutes for a team to concede 6 goals, especially a team who's beaten everybody in the last 12 games, and then realize that it could be, the cup winners winning factor, or the winning mentality, or the after the cup fatigue, or after the cup syndrome, because you've just won a League Cup, which you haven't won in some years, and that could have affected their mental preparation for the game. So I thought, could it be that? Because it was after beating Newcastle at the finals that they considered 7 goals. So I thought of that. I said, could it be that? Or could it be the fact that they are becoming overconfident and approaching Liverpool as a team in problem? Okay, Liverpool have been in serious problem. We all know that. And they are not out of the woods yet either. It was just easy for them to be able to, sum up that anger, that aggression, to face their fiercest rival. And they got away with it because Man U allowed them. Okay? Eric Ten Hag, or Eric Seven Hag, as somebody suggested, that should be his new name. Eric Ten Hag would learn a lot of lessons from this game, that in this league, there are things you don't do. Okay? When you realize that your team are not up to task, there's something called damage limitation. Okay? Keep the damage to 3-0. Keep it to 3-1, 4-1. Don't go, toe-to-toe, gun-slinging, trigger-happy with a team that you're not even performing to half of their level. Because it was obvious in the second half of the game that Manchester United were not even given half of what Liverpool were bombarding them with. They couldn't come up with the goods. So if you're a real manager that knows this league, you would have sensed that okay, my boss, they are not in it today. So let me just save them. Let's limit this damage. It's called damage limitation. But all Eric Ten Hag was doing was constantly trying to overcome Liverpool and, play their game. It was obvious. You're not playing your game. All the players were tired. The fatigue was there. That's why I said maybe it could be the after the cup final fatigue, or the cup winners fatigue, because they won the cup. So mentally they were not there. Bruno Fernandes nearly got red carded because he lost his head. Luke Shaw lost his head. He could have been red carded. So many players, that's what tells you that players have nothing else to offer. All they can just do is aggress their opponents, try to get into a fight. And it could have cost Man U. If they had lost a man, it would have been probably 12-0. So that's my answer for that Man U fan. I think you are right that something terribly went wrong in the second half. And it's something Man U fans should be thinking about because it could happen again. We would like it to happen again. Yes, we Man U haters. We would like it to happen again. I'm a Chelsea fan, so you can't expect me to love Man U. Excuse me, sorry. So 7-0, that's okay. Let's hope you don't create another record worse than that. Well, that's that tonight. I would love to just tell Chelsea fans again, please be cautious. Don't get carried away. We are not out of the woods yet. Let's see what we do next in our next game, rather. Let's see how we approach the league, and let's see what kind of performance, because it's not just about winning. Our performance yesterday was good against Dortmund. We hit the post a couple of times, so it could have been more than 2-0. So you put a lot of things into perspective to judge where you are and how you are doing compared to what you have been doing. That's been terrible. So we've been very, very, we're bad. We're bad, Michael Jackson, bad. That's what Chelsea has been for the last, few months. So, and I hope we can, sum up some good luck, fortune, or guts, or grit, or whatever you want to call it, and carry on with that momentum from the Dortmund game and win some games. I've said it so many times on my podcast that all Graham Potter needs to do is win few games at least. Have few games on the trot. Before you draw or lose, make sure you win 5 or 6. Then the old Chelsea fans will fall in love again. Even yours truly. I will see you on the street, give you a kiss. Mwah, not even a hug. A kiss mwah, on the lips. Yes. So please, Mr. Potter, continue to do what you're doing. We wish you luck. But if you don't get the result, I'm sorry. I'll still be calling for your sacking. That's what we do. That's what football fans say. That's what we say. Anyway, enough of my gibberish. Let's catch up again tomorrow. And I hope you enjoyed the Tottenham game. Tottenham, Milan. Well, I wouldn't want to call that, to be honest, because with Tottenham, you don't know what you're going to get. Sorry, Tottenham fans. But as a fact, you never know what you're going to get with Tottenham. And that's what Chelsea has been lately as well. We have been Tottenham because you never know what you're going to get with Chelsea. Anyway, let's catch up again. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please go subscribe to Twale TV Sports and Twale TV Entertainment, our sister channel. We have lots of entertainment programs in there you can watch and enjoy. So subscribe, like, and share, and then spread the news. Come on, let's enjoy it together. Tell the whole world. Hasta la vista, baby. Ciao. Odaro, ẹ ṣé gan ni. A tún rí yín.
Twale.